Guys, welcome back to our live stream. We are here again at the Century Arms booth number 11962 here at SHOT Show 2020, and we appreciate you guys tuning in. A lot of comments online, and we appreciate you guys engaging us with this live stream. We do have a special guest here right now, Dianna Muller with the DC Project. These ladies are doing a lot of cool stuff, and Dianna, let's get into some of the details of the things that you ladies are doing, and how it's kind of changing the whole aspect of it's a different type of I guess gun
advocacy.
Yeah, because you do it in a different approach. And I'm just curious if you could explain that a little bit for
Okay,
us.
well, so do you want me to talk to you or do you want me to talk to them?
Talk to the camera's fine.
I mean,
Big
I'm
camera,
over
little
here
camera.
too.
That is what
I don't want to turn my back on Ava.
No.
No, the DC Project started about 5 years ago, and it's originally I knew that I couldn't go into Oklahoma, or I could only go into Oklahoma, so I needed somebody from every state to come with me. So I started trying to gather women from every state, 50 women, one from every state, to go to Washington, D.C. and just shake their hands as a gun owner and say, this is what I do with my guns, this is what Ava does with her guns.
Right.
And we break up into small groups. We have a team leader, and then we go and it's probably grassroots lobbying at what it's supposed to be, is that the citizens, the actual constituents, talk to their legislators and tell them where they stand on issues.
Okay.
So our issue is the Second Amendment, and that's kind of where it started. I've always kept a lid on it. We've kind of flown under the radar. We didn't care to blow it up, but this year I'm tired of seeing this color on women that supposedly speak for all of us, and they don't.
Yeah.
So our color is teal, and where our goal this year is to grow a little bit, go back down to the state level, and just basically, if you see a red shirt, I'd like to see a teal shirt. But these guys are dealing with a $36 million budget, and
It's Mom's Demand Action.
Mom's
in case
Demand
you're
Action.
wondering.
So I know who it is, but she keeps grabbing my patch, and I'm like, hey, that's not those
And
it's
guys.
the
I'm
color.
I'm like,
it's
sorry.
just the
I'm
color.
Come on,
Sorry,
it's
Paul,
not
but you
film.
might as well
We're
just
gonna
be right
have
there
to
with
get a
them.
different
The
color.
secret-
But
My
I
secret's out.
completely agree, and I love what you guys are doing. And every time I see that woman just, like trying to represent all women, it irks me. Because personally, I live alone.
Right.
And I have no problem. I love living alone. And that's because I know how to operate a gun very well. And it's, and what else am I going to use to protect myself that's going to give me that advantage over, a big man or even like 5 people that try to break into my house.
Right.
Hairspray,
Like-
pepper spray,
I don't get why they don't get that women's rights are gun rights.
Absolutely.
Gun rights are women's rights.
Yeah.
So,
And it's funny that she walks around with armed security.
I know. It's hypocrisy at its
Yeah.
finest.
Yeah.
So
Well, just out of curiosity, so it's one woman from each state. Is that how you guys?
that's how we started.
Okay.
Now I'm going to ask those one women to go back down into their state level and basically create a state pocket
Okay.
and go to the state capitals,
Okay,
because
nice.
we have to do a better job of voting, obviously.
Yeah.
Watch
Yeah.
Virginia.
Yep.
We have to do a better job of running candidates. We have 2 candidates from the DC Project that are running for Congress.
Oh, nice.
So we're pretty excited about that, and hopefully maybe we'll be a breeding ground for people that are constitutionally sound and Second Amendment savvy.
Well, I mean, obviously, Virginia is a perfect indicator that at the state level there is that need. I mean,
Right,
clearly
that's
there
right.
is. There's 14 or 15 other states going through the same type of thing right now.
Right.
So, I mean, clearly at the state level, I can see that being something, probably get more traction at the state level. In
Even
some
the city, even the local level.
That's right, that's right.
Your city councils and things like that. We have long, pro-gun people have long taken a back seat and let other people that aren't so savvy to our community and our ways dictate what we're going to do. So,
Right.
and even to our schools, our school boards. I
Yeah.
mean, let's take our
that would
schools
be
back,
nice.
people.
Yeah,
Take
I
our
know.
schools back.
Just out of curiosity, that how at the federal level, we know the pompous nature of pretty much the DC Capitol people over there. How are you guys being received over there? You
We're-
guys are engaging them. What's the
We're
response?
being received very well. The first year that we went, I will say that one of our groups got from Illinois, Dick Durbin. He was living up to his name, but he, we came back. We're coming back year after year, so it's really difficult to be ugly to people
Yeah.
that you know that you're going to see
Absolutely.
again.
Yeah.
So I think that we've established that, hey, we live in your district and we're not going anywhere. Listen to what we have to say. Not that, that's just baby steps.
Right.
But we have, mine in Oklahoma. I'm working with, I've been asking for them to get firearms education back in schools.
Yeah.
and they're actually working on that. So I'm hoping to see some legislation that comes out of that, whether it be grants or something like that. But I'm hoping that we're moving the needle just a little bit.
Absolutely, and I love that you guys are female because I think that for one, it breaks the stereotype of typical gun owners, which is like rednecks, uneducated. But nowadays, it's like that's kind of like that's a huge voice in just the firearms industry and even politics now.
Right.
So,
Hyperfeminism in our entire country.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and what I love about the DC Project is the diversity. We have liberals, we have conservatives, we have everybody in between. We have trans, we have straight, we have black, we have white, Asian, Latino, wherever you want to go. Yeah. The Second Amendment is for everybody.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I know there's two ways, obviously, to get involved with you guys. One is to be part of the DC Project as a person, but can people actually contribute to try to help you guys? Obviously, this isn't done for free, obviously.
Well, yeah, it is.
Well, it's not meant to be, I guess, is my point.
No, it is. I mean, we don't mind giving our time, but there are a lot of things that we want to do. If we want to counter the mom's demand of the red shirts, we need to be able to have the funds to go do that. So dcproject.info. You can reach out to me personally, Dianna Muller, on Instagram or Facebook. I would be glad to find our George Soros, anybody that can help us counter what's going on in Bloomberg. He's
all over the place.
Spending so much money, and money creates impressions, and impressions create influence.
Yeah.
What was the in Virginia last, or I guess it was this week?
Yeah, Monday.
Did you guys have some people down there?
We did. We had I sent 70 shirts. I don't know, everybody was all bundled up because it was outside, so I don't think we got to be visible like that, but that was the point. When I testified, I don't know if you knew, I testified in front of the House Judiciary Committee last September, October time period. Yeah, it was the I will not comply moment.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Yeah. So if you go back and watch that, there were Teal's T-shirts all behind me. Those girls stood in line for hours to be first in line, and there were red shirts there.
The red shirts too.
There were the red shirts, but they were way in the back. But the girls really showed up and gave their time to be a visual presence in the courtroom like that. And that's what I really want to see us doing is, when there's something going on at the Supreme Court, I want to see Teal shirts. I want to see a presence there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good. And I think that also being visual like that, obviously with all the social media that you have today, it's so easy to disseminate information out there. If you can make it to where it's synonymous with color teal with what the movement is you guys are pushing, to me that's a great thing because visually you're triggering that.
Yeah. Well, it was a late idea, but we had an idea to turn shot teal.
Okay.
Turn shot teal. So tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock, we're going to go to the Fiocchi booth. We've been giving T-shirts out away at different sponsors' booths. And we've been giving out that teal shirt that says education over legislation. Okay. And we're going to take a mass picture of we're sending out 200 shirts, and we're going to try to get a big group picture.
Very nice.
I love that.
2 o'clock tomorrow.
We'll be bowed up
right
we'll
here.
Be here but
maybe we can just have like a cardboard cutout. Anna right here.
I would definitely like to get involved with you guys, and I'll reach out to Laura because I do a lot of stuff locally in Louisiana. You mentioned schools. I have a special needs son, and I try to make it to where my son is more safe, and he can't defend himself in a school. And I have this really big problem that we spend. I think I did a video that said $482 million a year just at the Capitol in Washington, D.C., protecting them with armed security, different types of things that keep bad people from going into the building. Yet my son's school, the doors aren't locked.
Right.
There's no one armed there. No one. There's not a cop on the property. I know some of the high schools have those cops on it. My thing is, why aren't we fortifying our schools? And all that comes with education. I mean, clearly.
And money.
Yeah, it does.
Because that's one of the things I wanted to highlight when I testified. I'm in front of these guys, and one of the antis was saying, we want Congress to do something. And I had a hashtag, I said, because I knew it was coming. We want you to do something. Yeah. And I said, the firearms industry is doing something. So we did a hashtag doing something.
Yeah.
And one of those things is Faster Saves Lives. I don't know if you've heard of it. A school security program. Okay. And then also the NRA has the School Shield. So we the firearms community do care, and we are doing something.
Well, and it's pretty incredible how the anti-gun side has really mastered the art of hijacking a certain phrase or a certain word. They call it gun safety. When they pass these really infringing gun laws, it's got nothing to do with actual safety. Here we are over here, and unfortunately, sometimes we're too quiet about it too. We don't brag about doing the right thing sometimes.
That's what, yeah.
And unfortunately, they hijack these movements that they have nothing to do with. Show me somebody on that side who has done anything to promote a child being safer with a gun. I mean, if they want to ignore the fact that children are growing up around guns, they can do that. But we both know that's not happening. And I like the fact that you guys are doing it. And let's face it, as mothers, it angered me seeing the mothers on the other side try to hijack a movement. And again, speak for all women, because a lot of women, like you guys, are very upset about how they have to try to hijack that.
Right.
And seeing you guys be the opposite of that and do it politely. And I think that's important too. We can always oppose the people that are doing this with the anti-Second Amendment stuff, but I've never seen anything unprofessional. I know Laura, I've never seen y'all do anything that was unprofessional or catty or anything. And I was curious, like when you did run into the people at the Capitol, what was their reaction? Were they polite to you?
Yeah. There's a lot of, yes. I mean, we look normal, and that's the point. Yeah. Because we are normal.
And you could change minds too. I think as long as you go about it, professionally, and you're not like just,
we're not cornering
attacking
people
them.
at an elevator.
And a lot of times it's like these people that take a stance, they really don't know why they're taking that stance, and they don't understand the entire, you know. So if you can just like have those, just those conversations, a lot of times it'll just change people's minds.
We have some legitimacy because, I'm a police officer. I'm a police officer. I'm a professional shooter. So, if you want some expert advice on firearms, why don't you listen to me? Why don't you listen to people like me? Yeah.
Well, look, we're going to wrap it up real quick for other reasons, obviously. What was the website again?
dcproject.info. Oh, ask for money.
And that.
Can we please have money to counter mom's demand action?
We'll post the website in the description below this video, so you guys can click on it and go see what it's all about and contribute if you can.
We're really bad at asking for money, that's why.
Thank you, Dianna. I appreciate you guys' efforts.
Thank you for having me.
You guys are doing an awesome job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You gotta come.